What's up top 10 fam, hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host Ayman and welcome back to another video. Now I just want to clarify, by spirit boxes I don't mean Dybbuk boxes, I mean EVP responses from spirits in boxes, or not even in boxes really. Now if you're unaware, EVP stands for electronic voice phenomenon, which are basically spirit voices that you can hear and decipher, since these sorts of entities usually communicate in ways that go way beyond our typical communication technology. Sorry to bore you with all that, I just had to make sure you guys were just, equipped for the info you're about to get in the video. So with that being said, these are the top 10 scary responses from spirit boxes. Starting us off with number 10 are the suicide bridge EVPs. Now YouTube channel Mace Ravenwolf went down to the Colorado Street Bridge in Pasadena with an EVP, since so many people have taken their own lives there. The bridge has a horrible reputation because, excluding suicides, a worker constructing the bridge fell to his death before the bridge was even completed. An 8-foot tall barrier was even put in to try and lessen the amount of people committing suicide, but it hasn't really helped the situation. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the bridge since I've covered it in way more detail in another video, but anyway, while on the bridge the man asks if there are any spirits here that would like to communicate, say your name, and you can clearly hear the names Richard, Andrew, and later Tiffany being said by different voices. Now they all seem to want to communicate and cooperate until a new entity appears. They ask the question again, and this time something says demon and I'm the devil, followed by another voice saying he's back again.
Here with us, we'd like to communicate. Please tell us your names. Let us know you're here.
At this point, one of the people in the video feel like they're being touched by an entity, which, hello, what the hell? Is it the devil that's touching you? Is it Richard? Is it Andrew? Is it Tiffany? I hope to God it's one of them and not the devil. Please no. Please no. Coming in at number 9 is the Queen Mary. So to give a little background, the RMS Queen Mary was a British ocean liner that had its heyday in the 30s. The ship was retired and officially docked in California, and people were interested in checking out the historic relic. Reports started coming in though about the ship being haunted, and Time magazine even included it as one of the top 10 haunted places in the world. I thought we were doing top 10s. What are you doing, Time magazine? Either way, because of its reputation, YouTube channel Supernatural Productions decided to check out the site with an EVP and see what they could find, and boy were they not disappointed. The recordings came from the R deck of the ship, and you can clearly hear an entity saying, "I need her freaking now," again and again. And I wish I could give you more context on who was saying that, who they were even talking about, but honestly I have no idea. I feel like this is one of those rare times a ghost actually has to give you, some context, some circumstance. Like, come on, I need her freaking now? Who are you talking about? Your ex-wife? Your lover that ran away? Who? At number 8 we have the Moody One. Uploaded by YouTube channel Gothboy Prince back in 2017, the YouTuber talks about how he feels like his house has been haunted for a while and that things were slowly getting even worse. Now most of the EVP recording is empty, but slowly but surely you start hearing this entity breathing heavily, almost like it's actually having trouble breathing. Clearly, climate change and pollution affects paranormal entities as well as humans. Fantastic. After a while, you can hear the entity, most likely a demon, give a very low growl and then growl continuously. Then the demon has the nerve to start moving furniture around in the YouTuber's home, and you can hear it doing that on the EVP. The demon is just growling, moving stuff around, growling some more, doing some heavy breathing, and I don't know who hurt this poor entity, but it sounds like it needs therapy. Like it's clearly unhappy and going through things. Like, I feel you, brother. I feel you. We're in solidarity together. But you don't need to haunt this poor man who didn't do anything to you. Just saying. Filling our number 7 slot is down here. So back in 2011, Project Reveal Ghosts of Britain did an investigation at the Cafe Sport located in Swinton. As the group was doing a look around, they had their EVP on, and the group's skeptic Lee Steer was next to the recorder, just for adding more authenticity. The team was talking about going towards the cellar, and the EVP picked up a voice saying, "I'm one down here." And a few seconds later, the voice can be heard saying that again, but slower. Lee confirmed he didn't hear anyone talking at the time it was recorded, and that no one was near the recorder when it picked the voices up. I'm one floor down, meaning the entity was almost beckoning the team to come down to the cellar and communicate with it, which just makes me think about what this ghost has gone through, or whether it needed help crossing over to the other side, or whatever the hell, if they're like, come on down here, please help me. I feel like I always just feel bad for ghosts when they could just be pretty messed up. I'm just like, oh, they're there. Now at number 6 is the door. Honestly, I thought this one was gonna be a hoax initially, and to be fair, I'm so unsure whether it was or wasn't. Either way, back in 2014, YouTuber Joe Thor felt that there was some major spirit activity in his room, or more specifically his closet, so he decided to go ghost hunting, which is apparently people just do on the casual. Now he doesn't have an EVP in the video or anything, but he goes into the closet, lights on, door open, asking whether there's an entity present and if it can give him a sign that it's there. For 2 minutes, nothing happens, biggest 2 minutes wasted of my life, and he thinks maybe it's because of the picture of Jesus in his closet that's protecting him, and honestly, I thought the picture was just gonna fall down and that was gonna be the sign, but no. It was worse. Just as he's giving up and about to leave the closet, the door closes by itself, closing him inside with it. Now honestly, his hands weren't in the shot at the time, so not to be a skeptic, but he could have easily just closed the door himself and then freaked out about it. But again, honestly, I like to watch the world burn and poke holes and everything, so it could be real and I could just be a hater. Let me know what you guys think. Am I a hater or am I a realist? Ha ha ha. Coming in at number 5 is the growl. So this one was from YouTube channel XFredX and was uploaded back in October of 2009. 10 years ago. Like, I feel like the people who uploaded it were looking at it now like we were interesting kids, bro. Like, remember that ghost hunting we used to do? Lit, bro. And no, millennials don't actually talk like that, just FYI, I was just joking around. Either way, the user was at their friend's place on Halloween night, and we all know that's the night demons and spirits really come out to play. Like, All Hallows Eve is like their damn Christmas, Eid, Diwali, and Hanukkah all mixed into one. Like, that's their jam, people. Either way, the two had an EVP and asked the spirit if it could turn on a small flashlight they had to show it was present, which I mean is quite a solid task to be asked to do if you're trying to be a low-key spirit not detected. Either way, in the recording, Michelle tells the spirit you just have to push down on the yellow button, and on the EVP you can hear the most sinister growl ever.
Down the yellow button like that.
Which makes me think either the spirit can't talk, maybe it's the spirit of a feral dog, or maybe it's just pissed that these kids are asking it to do such a menial task when really it could just end their lives like that. Who knows? At number 4 is the woke entity. So back in 2012, the YouTube channel Chill Chasers investigated an unnamed pub in Brighton after they reported having some troubles with customers not from our world, let's just say. The team tells the entity that now is the chance to make themselves heard if they want to, and if you slow the video down, you can hear very, very clearly something say, "Look and think." And then the person goes on and asks the spirit to touch them, but in that interim you can hear the response, and it caught me a bit off guard if I'm honest. Like, that is a very woke and aware ghost if its only response to being heard is look and think. Like, look and think about what exactly? About whether it wants to be heard or not? About the impending climate change disaster? About how tickets for the Joker are sold out and I can't watch it opening weekend? Like, I'm looking and thinking about a lot right now. Be specific. Filling at number 3 slot are the voices. This one was actually really hard for me to decipher because of how many spirit responses the person actually got at once. Like, she hit the jackpot with this one, she really did. So Joanne Brown uploaded this video onto YouTube back in 2013 of the clearest demon EVP ever. Her words, not mine. Now, there's no information attached to the clip, but I'm assuming Joanne is like an amateur ghost hunter, and I think the things being said to her on the EVP definitely made her question if she wants to quit or she wants to go pro. Now, the first thing she hears is they all stand for Legion, followed by the voice saying killing them and you.
Okay.
She then asks what it wants, and multiple voices reply. One says rape, and the other one says I want a go. She then asks what their real name is, and someone replies saying Aureus, whereas someone else says Belial. And Belial is a spirit of evil personified, aka the devil. She then asks if she's not ill, what's wrong with me, to which one voice says poison, another says ask Paul, and another says lost. And then one voice says your days are numbered, you'll be dead next week. Like, Joanne's just out here trying to get to the bottom of all these ghosts and her sickness, and they're out here trying to rape and kill her. Now, I'm not an expert in ghost hunting, but maybe this is your sign to quit. Going professional, it's not for everyone. Really, it's not. Now at number 2 are the spirit friends. So the YouTube channel Huff Paranormal needs no introduction whatsoever, so I'm not even gonna waste my breath. I just wasted my breath even introducing Huff Paranormal. Either way, Steve Huff is basically the daddy of talking to spirits on YouTube, and it's literally like they follow him around and genuinely like him. And he's honestly broken into their friend circle, and I'm just here hating from the club outside, can't even get in. If you understand that reference, kudos to you. Now one night in 2013, he was just at home with his fiance, and usually his dog sleeps completely fine, but for some reason that night she was really anxious, she was scared, she was hiding from something she could see in the air, and clearly from the Dogs That Sensed Evil series, you know them canines always see stuff that we don't. So Steve got his EVP out, and before even leaving the house, spirits were saying things like "don't leave us" and "play with you." He then goes outside, walks around for a while, and before going back inside asks if there's anything any of them want to say to him before he leaves, and a bug flies across the camera. Now you'd honestly think it was a bug, but it's not. And each time Steve asks the spirit to show itself, the bug keeps coming back. He then asks the entity to follow him inside and asks it to show itself again, and the same bug-like orb thing appears, followed by a "play with me" response on the EVP. Now Steve speaks so nicely to the spirits, they literally came on command towards the camera as a lighted orb. I was like, wow, this dude's party trick is a lot better than mine. It was legit like a lit orb that just kept coming back and forth. It was quite majestic, really. And finally, at number 1 is the Sally House. Back at the start of 2013, YouTube channel Live Sci-Fi decided to go ghost hunting at the Sally House in Texas. The house has been known for all its hauntings. People have seen full body apparitions at the house, scratching noises on the walls, heard human and animal voices when no one has been there, and seen objects flying around the house. So it's safe to say it's like any other haunted house with all these things, yet the responses the team heard on the EVP just left me a bit scarred. Not even them, me. They asked, "Do you believe in God?" to which you can hear a spirit say, "No help there." So clearly God has not been kind to the spirit according to it, and then you can then later hear it say Beelzebub, which is another name for the devil, which is just brilliant. I love ghost hunting, expecting to find Casper and then finding Satan instead, like great. They later ask the spirits if they're trapped in the house, and the reply on the ghost box is someone saying "I can't get out" and shouting "get out" again. But the worst part wasn't even captured on the EVP. One of the team members said he felt a really bad burning sensation on his neck at the end of the session, and when they took an EVP picture of him, you can clearly see 3 scratches on his neck, like deep red scratches. Need I say more, people? Need I say more? No, I don't. And that's it for today's video, guys. I've never actually owned an EVP or seen one in real life, but I would be curious to do it in my own house. But I also don't want to do that because if I find something, then I'm obligated to move house. And if I don't find something, then I know my cat just meows at nothing for no reason, not because she has a sixth sense or something. And that's just also a type of disappointment I'm not ready to face yet. No. Let me know if you guys have had any EVP experiences in the comments below, and as always, I'm your host Ayman Hassan, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!